Laker Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Lakers Report here by Chat Sports. Jeffrey Cooperstein here with you guys. And we got this report. Was Luka's contract extension plan revealed by the Slovenia National Team head coach? We are going to talk about that report here in just a few moments. But before we do that, please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Our goal is to get to 57,000 subscribers as soon as humanly possible. It's youtube.com/Lakers TV. We're covering the Lakers, all of the latest news and rumors, analysis, potentially some live watch parties as well. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, lock us in, and join the family today. All right, let's start with this. We know that Luka is playing in EuroBasket with Slovenia. And for those that are not familiar with what EuroBasket is, it is basically the basketball version of the Euros in soccer, where all of the best European nations play in a tournament. And most of the European nations do have their best players, including NBA players in there. Like, for instance, Giannis will play for Greece. Luka is going to play for Slovenia. Jokic will play for Serbia, and so on and so forth. Luka has represented Slovenia every time he has had the opportunity to. He won EuroBasket in 2017 with Slovenia, and he played for them in the Olympics, and he played in the last EuroBasket as well. So every time Luka has a chance to represent Slovenia on a national stage, he is going to do so. And his coach was talking about Luka coming to participate with the national team. And here is what Aleksander Sekulic, who's been the longtime coach of the Slovenia team, had to say. I expect him to arrive after August 4th when he has completed all of his obligations in the USA. Obligations in the USA, you say? What could that possibly be? Well, if you've been watching this channel for the last couple of weeks, you would know that Doncic is eligible to sign an extension on August 2nd. So could he know something that we don't? Could Luka be staying in the States to sign his contract extension with the Los Angeles Lakers before heading over to Europe and Slovenia to participate in the EuroBasket 2025 tournament with Slovenia? Definitely a possibility. Luka last season with the Lakers, after being traded from the Mavericks, put up numbers that we expect from him at this point. 28 points a game, 8 assists, 7.5 boards, 43.8% from the field, and 37.9% from three. Look, he was absolutely fantastic for the Lakers, and we know the season ended in disappointment for Los Angeles, but everything is trending in the right direction right now between Doncic and the Lakers. There was some uncertainty coming into this offseason exactly what was going to happen between Luka and the Lakers. There was potential unrest with LeBron James in the situation regarding him, and maybe Luka would wait to sign an extension and perhaps even test free agency in the summer of 2026. It now seems like that's not going to happen, and it feels like Luka is going to be a member of the purple and gold for at least the foreseeable future. Dave McMenamin, longtime Lakers insider of ESPN, had this to say on Doncic. As we look forward, we look at that August 2nd date when the Lakers can offer an extension to Luka Doncic worth 4 years and $229 million, up to that figure. And I would say if you are a Lakers fan, you shouldn't have any worry about Luka coming to some sort of extension or agreement with LA. And I think this is obviously fantastic news for the Lakers going forward, as it sounds like they are going to have their face of the franchise locked up for the long term. If you're excited to see Luka be the new face of the Los Angeles Lakers, go type his jersey number down there in the comment section. Give me those 77s. I want to get 100 plus 77s down there in the comments. Can't wait to see Luka in his first full season in purple and gold. I think the Lakers have made some pretty intriguing moves this offseason to set Luka up for success this coming year. So type those 77s down there in the comment section. All right, let's transition, as the Lakers did make 2 signings in 2025 NBA free agency, and these aren't signings that maybe are going to wow you and think that it gives the Lakers a better chance to win the 2026 NBA title, but a couple of intriguing players have been signed by the Los Angeles Lakers, so let's break them down. The Lakers did bring back Christian Koloko, the big man from Arizona, who spent his first season in the NBA in Toronto, and then he missed a whole year because he had blood clots, and then he came back last year with Los Angeles and played somewhat sparingly. And then Chris Mannon out of Vanderbilt, who spent the Summer League with the Golden State Warriors, was also signed by the Lakers on a two-way contract. We'll start with Koloko here, who, like I said, has played 2 seasons in the NBA. He missed the 23-24 season with blood clots, but he is back, and I think this is a decent signing for the Lakers. Last year in 37 games for LA, averaged 2.4 points, 2.5 boards, about a half a block a game, and played just 9 minutes. Again, played very sparingly last year. And in his first season with Toronto, he averaged 3 and 3 basically, a block a night as well, and played a little bit more. And I do think that when you're looking for guys on a two-way contract, you could do a lot worse than Christian Koloko, a guy with almost 100 games of NBA experience already, and he's just a solid guy to have there. Everybody's looking for size at this moment in time, and the Lakers found it in Christian Koloko, who is a 7-foot athletic big man who hopefully in a pinch could give you some minutes if you absolutely need it. The Lakers have revamped their center position this offseason with the signing of DeAndre Ayton. They, of course, brought back Jackson Hayes to make him a backup center, and hopefully Koloko can be a guy that, in case of emergency, would not look completely lost out there for J.J. Redick. On to Chris Mannon, who was out of Vanderbilt. He spent some time in the Ivy League as well. But Dan Wojcicki, who is a super plugged-in Lakers insider, had this on Twitter. He said, "Word on Chris Mannon is he's a high-level defender and smart player with a great motor who plays the right way. Value as a two-way signing in their developmental program." And from what I've seen on Mannon, and admittedly, I have not watched much of Chris Mannon tape, but I remember him playing for the Dubs in the Summer League, this summer, and I was pretty impressed and looked at his college stats over 4 years. He averaged 2 steals per game, never less than 1.7 steals per game. So I think this is a guy who the Lakers can try to develop into a potential rotational wing piece. It's not going to happen this year, full disclosure, but maybe over the next couple of seasons if he can work on his shot. He shot sub 30% from 3 in the Summer League, so I wouldn't expect anything offensively out of Mannon. But in his 7 games in the California Classic and in the Las Vegas Summer League, he did average 9 points, 4 rebounds, almost 2 assists, a steal and a half, and a block and a half per game. So this is someone who on the defensive end is going to be pretty special. But I do think at the end of the day, he's going to spend a lot of time in the G League with the South Bay Lakers, honing his skills. I don't know if he'll be active for the entire 50-game threshold that you're allowed to under the two-way contract system here in the NBA. So I think the Lakers, all in all, made 2 pretty solid two-way contract signings here in 2025 NBA free agency with Christian Koloko and Mannon. And I'll be interested to see which one ends up playing more here in the 25-26 NBA season. Who do you guys think is the better player, though? If you think it's Christian Koloko, go type K. And if you think it's Chris Mannon, go type M down there in the comment section. So there you have it, your Lakers news and rumors of the day. I just got to say I'm very excited about the potential of Luka Doncic signing his extension next week for the Lakers. I was a little worried that he was going to wait until after EuroBasket and wait into September, closer to training camp, for him to sign this deal. And the longer that he would wait, I think the more anxious the Lakers and Lakers fans would get. So I'm very glad that all reports indicate that he's going to sign this thing next week when he is eligible on August 2nd. And the Lakers can officially usher in the new era of purple and gold basketball. I also like the signings of both Koloko and Mannon to those two-way contracts. So that will do it for today's show, guys. Appreciate you for tuning in to the Lakers Report by Chat Sports. Of course, you can hit that subscribe button at youtube.com/LakersTV, and you can give me a follow on Twitter at Jeff_Coop27 for all NBA updates here. So without further ado, we'll see you guys soon here on the channel.